listening to the Pharmacist Answers podcast. I'm Cynthia, the pharmacist, and today you'll get your questions answered and your curiosity cured. Today I wanted to talk about 3 areas that can benefit and thrive if you get enough sleep, which the flip side of that is that these things would falter and suffer if you don't get enough sleep. So 3 areas. Area number 1 is your productivity. Area number 2 is your health. And area number 3 is your emotions. Your productivity. When you sleep, you remember things better. You have better creativity. You have increased attention span. And so when you sleep, I remember Bethany talking about sleep. Sleep, what's that? I know the feeling. When you sleep, your brain goes through a reset process. The cells in your brain, they're called neurons, and they send signals that is essentially electricity. Your nerves conduct electricity. And so the best way that I know how to explain how your brain is able to flush, think about when you were a kid and you would wear socks and scoot your feet across the carpet, and then you could walk up to somebody and touch them and it would shock them. And it was like so funny and they get mad at you, but like you could do it over and over and over again. But you could only do it so many times because that electricity, the electricity is based on positive and negative charges. And positive and negative charges like to go together. And once they're all together, there's nothing left to be attracted to anything, so you can't shock them anymore. And that's kind of what your brain does. Your brain works on that electricity and those positive and negative charges flowing from one place to the other. When all of the positive and negatives have gotten to the places that they want to be, then it's a lot harder to get the electricity to flow. So when you sleep, all of the positive and negatives get to go back to their original place. So when you wake up in the morning, you've got full charge in your brain ready to do the work that you want it to do. Your memory is improved, your attention span is improved, and your creativity is improved. So productivity, sleep is important. Your health, that's number 2. When you sleep, you live longer. They've done studies in several different countries and just says these people got X number of hours of sleep, these people got X more hours of sleep, and the people who got more sleep live longer than the people who got less sleep. Sleep can affect different disease states. Cardiac diseases are exacerbated or your risk is increased if you don't get enough sleep. Inflammatory diseases, that's the other thing. When you sleep well, your body is able to cleanse out all of the inflammatory chemicals that cause inflammatory processes in a micro or macro level. Lots of diseases are dependent on inflammatory chemicals, and an inflammatory process is the main cause of them. If you have a disease that is inflammatory based, being able to sleep means that your body is able to cleanse out inflammatory chemicals before you get up the next day and start creating more. So that's important for your health as well. Weight management is easier when you get enough sleep because there's certain metabolism processes that happen when you sleep. And if you're awake and your body is focusing the energy on your brain and your muscles and the things that you're trying to do while you're awake, then those metabolism processes aren't getting the attention that they need and they don't happen as efficiently. So you go to sleep and everything else kind of becomes a low priority other than making sure that you're breathing and your heart's beating and stuff like that. So those other processes and organs can get more attention. So weight management is easier if you get enough sleep. And then your reaction time is better. Reaction time and your physical performance. Your muscles are able to heal. I'm a night owl, and so I feel like a lot of my creative juices start flowing to my brain when it's late at night. But a lot of that is because most of my brain energy is focused on my kids. During the day, all of my energy and attention is focused on other people around me and doing things in that respect. So then when they're finally not my priority anymore, then all of my creative juices start turning towards myself, and then I can't sleep because I have all of this stuff that I think about and want to do. So I understand it's hard to get enough sleep, but imagine how awesome things would be if you could get sleep. Like the ideas that would come to you if you got enough sleep, problem solving ability that you would have if you actually got enough sleep. You know, there's a lot of good things that could come of it. So your health is improved by your sleep, your longevity, your inflammatory processes, weight management, and then physical performance and reaction time, which is important for not just athletes and people who are actually working on their body. For everyone, your muscles heal while you're sleeping. They rebuild their proteins, whether it's from exercise or from something else. Then your reaction time, which is important because if you're driving, you want to have good reaction time. So you don't want to be delayed in serious or potentially dangerous situations due to lack of sleep. And then the third area that your sleep is improved, or that your life is improved when you sleep, is your emotions. Your brain de-stresses. The stress chemicals are able to be detoxed from your body, and so you don't have that stress. And then your mood is improved because you let your brain turn off your wake up neurotransmitters in your brain, which is the serotonin. You're able to turn off your serotonin and give it a break. Your melatonin kicked in, you went to sleep, and then in the morning you get a fresh supply of serotonin, which helps you feel good. Just to recap real quick, the three areas that you thrive when you get enough sleep: your productivity, your health, and your emotions. And those are three areas that we find very important. They're usually the top three areas that people are searching for help tips. People want top tips on how to be more productive. People want top tips on how to be more healthy. People want top tips to be able to deal with stress and improve your mood, and whether they're trying to do exercise or diet or any of the above. Those are things that can be improved not just by your habits, but also by getting enough sleep. And like I said, I don't get enough sleep. There's a lot of people that don't get enough sleep. But the reminder to us that sleep is important can help us maybe make it a higher priority. Okay, bye y'all. Thanks for listening to the Pharmacist Answers podcast. The pharmacy is now closed. You can post your questions and comments on our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/pharmanswerspod. Or you can email the show at pharmacistanswershere@gmail.com. You can tweet me or message me on Twitter at Sin Hendricks. You can find the show notes at pharmacistanswershere.wordpress.com. Pharmacist Answers broadcasts live on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 9:02 a.m. Eastern Time on the Periscope app. You can follow me at Sin Hendricks or view in your web browser at periscope.tv/Sin Hendricks. See you next time on the Pharmacist Answers podcast.